What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Ray Levici. Glad to have you back in another video. We're going to just be going through a little bit of POI mapping in terms of going over the last theory video so you guys can get a perspective of how everything was kind of done. So I'm not going to go and actually practice marking out the POIs just yet. I'm going to save that for another video in terms of I would like you guys to get the understandings of what makes a valid POI, et cetera, et cetera. And then we will actually have another video later on going through charts and marking them up after we've explained exactly what a valid POI is, what we're looking for, et cetera, et cetera. But here I just want to iterate the fact on the last video of buyers versus sellers. You guys can understand when levels of demand and levels of supplies are being respected in correlation with market structure, et cetera, et cetera. So we're going to start here. Like I said, it doesn't matter what time frame you start on because it's ideally the same thing. But we're going to just start here because it's a pretty clear market structure, right? Most recent market structure on the 4 hour, right? As you can see, we're having bearish market structure over here, levels of demand above levels of inducement, price coming down, starts to break down over here. Let me just change the color of this. I don't know why it's giving me red or blue. Let me just change this color. I like my red on the charts. So yeah, as price starts to break down, there's some kind of structure that gets created within here. Levels of demand are respect. You get a strong reaction. Clearly, something happened within here, and maybe there's no equivalent levels of inducement, and a level of demand got supplied. Price came down, swept above levels of liquidity, tapping into some kind of refinement within here. We'll get into refinements later on in the videos. Obviously, like I said again, and then price continued on its merry way, creating new bearish structure, started to respect levels of demand across this area over here. Again, doing the same thing. Price started to deliver some kind of liquid region over here. So as price started to break down, you can see from a higher perspective, which kind of relates to the fractal market of things and other concepts that we're going to go through in the course. Started to respect the level of demand again, continue lower. Buyers in control. At some point, the market wanted to come back up and ended up starting to look for levels of liquidity to take to be able to continue in its intended direction. Because in order for us to keep pushing down, like I said before, it needs equivalent amount of opposing side orders to fill its intended orders to go back down even lower. And this is what we get into a concept when we get into the liquidity modules of things, right? As you can see, there was resting levels of liquidity VIA equal highs over here. Price came down, swept that, and then continued in intended direction. Again, coming in, putting new structural levels, creating liquidity, having some levels of demand within here respected, start to break down again, levels of demand, or sorry, supply, start to come down in here and get respected again, broke down. Within here, didn't really come and really tap into significant overall this larger range, but not within an actual refinement. So there is something to be said on the lower time frame here, but on this time frame itself, wasn't really anything equivalent that I liked per se. Coming back down to here, continuation, looking for levels of liquidity. The last level, swept above, tapped into some kind of overall expansion over here. Just barely tapping into after sweeping liquidity and then continuing down further, right? As you can see, market started to do its thing over here, start to shift again, and then start to respect levels of demand now instead of supply. And this isn't actually confirmed until we have some kind of market structural shift, depending on how aggressive you want to be with. Hold on one sec, guys. Let me just erase this quick. A little bit difficult here, like so. Oops. 1 second. 1 second. Oh, I think my keyboard died actually, so give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna come right back because my buttons are not working. 1 second, guys.